What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Couch Boxing. I'm your host, Reckless Rex Ruger. This is the Alexis Arguello puppet. As always, I'm in the center of the ring, on the front foot, ready to go.
And this is your other host, Frank Benjis, and we're back with another one.
Yeah, and before our guest gets in here, and you know it'll be a good guest because you're on the Off the Couch Boxing YouTube channel. We don't have any other type of guests. They're all amazing. But going to chop it up with another great guest, talk about a lot of great topics. While we wait for him to get in here, it is currently July 7th at the time of this recording. July 6th last night, we saw some great boxing. Saw Shakur Stevenson back in action, winning a unanimous decision against Artem Hartunian. And then we saw what might be boxing's biggest robbery. We will elaborate on this maybe afterwards. We could talk about it a little bit till our guest gets in here, but we saw Shakur Foster robbed of his WBC super featherweight title. No disrespect to Robinson Conseiao, but Shakur pitched a shutout. Maybe he lost a round. I don't know. Mark Kriegel, of course, of ESPN, had it 11 rounds to 1. I didn't know what the three judges. Well, I want to exonerate one of them. 2 of the 3 judges, because one actually did have it right. And even still, though, I don't think had it as wide enough of a score as it should have been, but at least had the right guy, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, Shakur Stevenson put on another snooze fest.
Oh, and this is just getting bad with the judging, though, man. I mean, I really felt bad. Now, I wouldn't say I'm the world's biggest over-the-moon Shakur Foster fucking fan, but literally when I saw the guy's face and his voice crackling in the post-fight interview, man, my heart really went out to the guy, man. I mean, what more could he have done? He wasn't even barely touched last night. I mean, you know, to say that decision was criminal almost feels like an understatement, man. I mean, and I am reaching out to Shakur, man. Certainly offering up words of encouragement. I put a big post up on our Facebook page in regards to this travesty in the boxing world and how boxing needs to do much, much, much better. Reached out to Shakur himself to try to get him on the show. I know this probably stings a little bit right now. I don't anticipate that he'll probably be wanting to do too many chin wags right now, man, because he's probably down and out. And I would be too, man. I mean, you got a game plan, you go out, you got a blueprint, you fight your fight, you fight it the way you want to fight it. And then what happens, man? It's taken right out of your hands, man. I mean, as I said in my Facebook post, boxing has to do way better than this. Way better than this. This is how you alienate fans. And obviously, man, we're all here because we love this sport. We cherish it. But I mean, come on, man. And I'm one of those ones that holds true to the old school ideals of, you got to beat the champ in order to take his belt. Absolutely. And this wasn't even a close fight. This was not even a close fight. This is even something like Haney and Lomachenko, man, where you could fucking go tit for tat and say, oh, he did this, but this guy did that, and this guy did that, and it was tit for tat and back and forth. It was very one-sided for people that didn't see it, man, and it's a shame. It really is a shame. I don't know, man. We also saw Keyshawn Davis in action. He looked good, man, but he had a pretty hardy opponent in front of him. Our guest is here right now, so if we can get Benji to shut up, man, we'll start this thing, man. Let's get down to it, man. I'm excited about our guest, man. Guy I grew up watching a lot of. We'll get him in here. EDNER, thank you, buddy. We appreciate you doing this, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know what, EDNER Cherry? First of all, man, again, thank you for coming on here, man. First of all, I want to get your views. Did you get a chance to watch the ESPN fights last night?
Yes, I did.
Was the Shakur Foster decision one of the more criminal ones that you've ever witnessed?
Yes, sir. And it was, man. Man, it's when I seen that fight, I would say dude boxed great. He moved, and the guy barely hit him, man. And, Foster came and fight his fight. Hey, get in, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and fight and don't get hit. And, man, then when I heard that decision, and, it hurt, man. And, I know where Foster, I know how Foster felt because I've been there before. I got robbed. And yeah, I've been in this shoe. I know how it feels. So yeah, man, that was a robbery. It was a big robbery, man.
How does boxing fix this, in your opinion? I mean, because we're still seeing so many of these, and we're trying to, we're trying to attract fans to this sport that we all love, man. And this seems like it's a big black eye in the sport. And it seems like when people, there wasn't a pay-per-view fight last night, but if it was, people plop down their money and they want to see some fairness and some justice and stuff. They don't want to see stuff like this. I mean, this is the stuff that drives people away from the sport. I mean, how do we do better than this?
Man, you know what, man? We need to get better judges.
Yeah,
that really been around fights. I don't know if they hiring these judges that probably never fought before or never been in engage in it, and if they really got judges like fighters who been in it, who been in the ring, and they would know, okay, this person won this round.
Yeah,
but man, there's times that when I'm in a fight, it's like when it go to decision, it's like now we don't know what the judge is thinking, and we don't know if the judges give it to somebody else or it's going to you. If you don't knock them out.
Yeah. I like what you're saying though, because I kind of agree with that too. Even if we can't get professionals, even if we got people that had amateur experience or knew something about the fight game, you know.
Yes, sir. Man. So man, I really feel sorry for that guy, man.
Yeah.
Because that just ruined his career. And I've seen a lot of fighters that they will rob them. And you don't hear from them anymore. Like they leave.
I know.
Leave the sport. And I remember when I fought Jose Frazado for the IBF title. And I got robbed. I mean, but I went back to the drawing board. So I hope Foster do the same thing. You know what? I want a rematch. If the guy don't give him a rematch, just go back to the drawing board. You will become a world champion again because he got the skills.
Yeah. Well, me and Benji were talking even before we started and before you came on here, though. And it stinks because, me being 51 years old, and I'm sure you ascribe to this philosophy as well. The old school rule used to be, to take the champion's belt, you had to definitively beat him.
Yeah. But last night, that did not happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he let the guy miss and make him look stupid. But that's his game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get hurt. And just make it an easy fight. And he did that. And I don't, this is boxing, man. And I've seen fighters got robbed big time. Like, I don't know what fight the judges was looking at. We don't know. But so that's why sometimes when a trainer says or when you in camp, hey, don't let this fight go the distance, because if you go in their backyard and just knock them out, then you would actually know, hey, you're the winner. But now when it go to decision, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
and let me chop it up with you. And let me chop it up with you about your own career. Now that I got your opinion on that, how did you get into boxing? Now you grew up in the Bahamas, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what was the what was the impetus for getting you into boxing? Like, were you getting in a lot of fights when you were young, or?
No, not at all. I came here when I was 11 years old from the Bahamas. Me and my mom. My dad was over here first.
Okay.
And, probably a lot of people don't know my story, this and that, and it probably touched some people's heart. But I came in when I was 11 years old. Me and my mom, but my dad was already over here. And Joe, I said me and my parents, they didn't have much money, whatever. And we came here in the U.S. on a boat.
Wow.
Yes. And it was, I would say, it was me, my brother, my other brother, my sister. It was 4 of us. And my mama took that chance, took that opportunity to have a better life for us. And to make life better, and we just like what they say, like when you do it, like when you come to the U.S., it's like life will change for you, because this is the land of richness and
opportunities. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so my mom came. So my mom took us, and we came on a boat. And so what's so crazy about it, right? Then I think a week after that same boat, that was transferring people, it sunk.
Oh man, talk about God looking out for you, man.
Yeah,
man.
So that's how I came here to the United States. So I started my boxing career when I was 14 years old. I wasn't a kid that stayed in trouble, getting fights, this and that. But it was a good friend of mine's. He had told me about a boxing gym. So he had told me, hey man, let's go and try this boxing gym out. I said, okay. Then I think the next day or so, right after school, we walked to the gym and to check it out, and we talk to the coaches and stuff and all that. Then like the next day, and we start boxing and we start training. Then I think a couple of weeks, and we had our first fight. Amateur fight. Me and him, we had our first amateur fight, man. It was the craziest, man. I mean, sloppy amateur fight I had, man. I was tired. Man, I was literally in the ring, in the middle of the ring. I was stopped and told my coach, I look over, I said, man, I'm tired. And I was literally stopping like in the middle of the fight. I said, man, I'm tired. Then since after that first fight, me and my friend that who introduced me to the boxing, both of us lost. Then, from that loss, so we took it serious. Then we started going to the gym, and man, we start training, fighting, and then I also had a good amateur career, man. Because the bad thing about it was I never went to the nationals. I never went to whatever, like to advance, because I wasn't a U.S. citizen. Because
right.
if you wasn't a U.S. citizen, you could not advance to the national, like go like where they would send you off to the like to fight somewhere else.
Right.
So all of my fights was in the state of Florida, and when you go to shows, you find the same people, and then you go to shows again, and like you will have no fights at all, and so amateur was getting boring for me, man, and but I stuck with it, and from there, then me and my same buddy who introduced me, we turned pro the same night.
Nice.
Yeah. Same night, and both of us won that same night. So
off to the races. Yeah.
So that's how I started my career, my amateur career, because he the one who told me about it, and we went, and history was from there.
So when you start amateur boxing and you get into it, did you like watch a lot of fights after that, like pro fights? And if so, did you have that you kind of like looked up, aspired to be like?
Yes, sir. Then being honest, while I was growing up, they used to call me Little Holyfield, because they said I looked like him. My body figure was like him.
Yeah.
And I would love. I was watching videos, then like the coaches like the coach that I trained with, man, he'd make us watch videos. Like every time when we go to his house, like his lifestyle was around boxing, man. It's like he had no movies or anything. It's like when you go to his house, when you pop the videotape, man, it's
boxing.
Like it's boxing.
Yeah.
Then it's like when you hear him talk, it's boxing. Like, man, then sometimes like man, I don't want to hear this stuff, man. You know how you go around people, they're like, man, you can talk about this boxing.
Yeah. One track mind.
Yeah. So that's how I continue learning. I'll watch videos and stuff like that. Did I have videos at my house to watch? No. Like when I'm around him, we watch videos and stuff, and he would talk to me about it. And so I started watching Holyfield, Evander Holyfield, since they was calling me Little Holyfield, so I started watching him, learning stuff about him and watching his fights and all that kind of good stuff. And so that's why they call me the Cherry Bomb, because I know I had like natural power, and I want to hit like him, you know what I'm saying? And I want to knock people out like him. So yeah. I guess that's why I get the Cherry Bomb.
Oh, you're lucky. Listen, man, you're lucky that you got the last name Cherry. I mean, you were made to be Cherry Bomb. Some guys really got to sit and really think about a nickname, and a good boxing nickname. Me and Benji's are big on nicknames. We're always probing guys about the nicknames. That one just seems like a natural choice.
Yes, yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like I would say, it's unique, man. It's a unique.
It is. Yeah.
Because it also go with me, and it's and plus I back it up. That's the
Yeah.
good thing. You know what I'm saying? I back up, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like the crazy thing, like this how I got the cherry bomb. Every time when we go to the gym and when we spar, like sometimes like the coach will put us in with like with head, like with bigger people. They're like every time I go in there, I try to take their head off. I try to knock them out. They said, man, because my last thing was the cherry. He said, man, you always want to eat with that cherry bomb, man. So that's how I
beautiful.
So I stuck with it. So when I was young, then it went with me, man. And
hey, I guess if we're going to see scores like that, everybody out there, it's a word to the wise. Everybody should develop a cherry bomb because you don't want it to go to the judges. We saw that last night. Now, what about current guys? Are there any guys that are currently in the sport right now that you like to tune in and watch particularly?
Man, there's like some of them that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, since my episode happened and, I kind of like, not kind of tune in like in most fights, but it's like some particular fight that comes on that like I would tune in and watch because it's like after my heart attack and all that, I kind of like lay back and all that kind of stuff, man. And but yeah, there's like couple people that I seen coming up, you know what I'm saying, that I like and which will be great, which will become champion and they want to make a name for themselves, but people's not giving them the opportunity because they scared to fight them or this and that. I'm looking at I love watching Boots in his Boots. He's a good fighter, so he's not really having that opportunity. And then like these young fighters that was on last night, and Shakur, that he's one of them. And man, it's like it's a bunch of them that I'm looking at. It's like they will become champion if they keep their head on their shoulders. They'd be great.
What is the difference, though? Like when we see a guy like Shakur, and because you were a guy that did this, he's a very polarizing figure because a lot of times you see that style of boxing get referred to as a quote unquote master class, but then you see a lot of people on social media dumping on him for being boring and running. Like, what's the difference with that, though? What is the difference? And we've tried to get to the bottom of it before on this show. Sometimes you'll see a guy box what appears to be a boring fight, but it'll get labeled a master class in defense and boxing skill, and then other times there will be people dumping on that person and saying, "Oh, he ran all night.
And you know what? Like the other, like you looking at the people that's talking, they never been in the ring.
That's true.
Been in the ring. They never fought in their life. So probably like they would do the same thing. But for Shakur, man, he's so good. He's so great. He got foot movement. If he wanted to fight, he could. But he's not a big heavy puncher like Tank.
True. Yeah.
But man, last night when I seen him fought, like he kind of stood there, like he didn't run a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a good mover. You know what I'm saying?
He did try to stay in the pocket more last night.
Yeah. So last night he want to stay there more, to kind of prove himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened with these fans who never boxed, but they want to see two people go at it. But Shakur's smart, man. Hey, you know what? I want my career to last long. And
right.
If I have to move, I will move. If I have to run, I will run. Like whatever it takes. It ain't like he's scared, but he's like he being smart.
Yeah. Everybody that shows up wants to see a Gaddy Ward.
Yeah. But man, you know what? Shakur is doing the right thing, and if I was a great boxer like that movement, I would do the same thing too, man. But at the same time, if you moving just like a Frosty, if you moving a lot, make sure you make sure you don't punch at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Where the judge will see, okay, all right. Oh, he's staying active at the same time while he's moving.
Right.
Is Shakur a born fighter? No, man. He just doing him. Just like if Floyd do the same thing. But he being smart. But look where it took him. Look where it brought him out. Look what it made him.
The end result, sure.
Yeah. So if Floyd was the one that go in there and fight a war every time, his record wouldn't be right. probably he would a lot of cuts, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Shakur, I love him, man. Because to me, being honest, I said Shakur will probably give Tank some trouble in fighting. That's my thinking.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I know he don't have the power as Tank, but I think so. Just I told you, man, he have a great boxing skill. He can move, just like the last guy that Tank fought. What his name is, the
Frank Martin.
Yeah. Martin. Shakur is the better boxer, a better mover than Martin, because I've seen a lot of people that fight Tank, but if Shakur move for 12 rounds, a lot of movement, like in great shape, and don't let Tank touch him, easy win. It'll be a win, but just don't get caught. That's all. Because I see Tank behind on fights when people box and move and touch him. He's behind on fights.
He gives away rounds. He does. Yeah.
But at the same time, if that guy is in good shape and don't get caught, he lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a question we like to ask a lot of guys on this show, being that it's really kind of like taking over the scene right now a little bit. What is your assessment of all these like YouTube fights, like Mike Tyson gonna fight Jake Paul and all that?
You know what? It's been going for so many years. They taking boxing lightly, man. So now anybody that has a name doing YouTube, they could call anybody out, say, "Hey, I want to fight you."
You could be a social media star and become a boxer now. Yeah.
And that's so sad, man. Like people kind of just disrespecting the sports, being honest. And like the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson thing, man. Like Tyson, man, being honest, for me, Tyson, man, just leave it alone, man. You 50-something years old, man. Then you know what I'm saying? It's right now, like you know what I'm saying, a lot of people asking me, "Hey, EDNER, if Jake Paul and Tyson fight, how you think it's gonna go, man?" I said, man, first, if it was a young Tyson, man, Jake Paul don't got nothing. But
I've said that many times. If it's an old Mike Tyson, it ends in a first round murder.
Yeah. and you looking at the age, probably if they fight, maybe he will last, like, because of the age, man. That's what I'm looking at, is the age. Probably he might last a couple rounds, then after that the age will start catching up. Then like you really say, "Oh man," because man, around 50-something years old, man, that's when health issues start happening. All that kind of stuff, man. You're not healthy, man. You're not. I'll see if you're in your 40s. I said, okay, all right, man, come on, man.
You might be healthy, but you're not you're not boxing healthy.
Yeah, because that boxing is something different, man. It's a whole nother game, man.
Yeah. Now you mentioned we're talking while on the subject of Mike Tyson's health. You touched on earlier in the interview that you had some heart issues and had a heart attack. How are you physically doing?
Man, blessed. You know what I'm saying? Just like what I'm saying today, because right now I wouldn't be here talking to y'all guys.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I would have been in the grave. And man, I thank God that I'm here, man, because my heart stopped for 3 minutes, and thank God that I was in the right place, and that somebody gave me CPR and tell the paramedic come. And till this day, man, they haven't known what happened, why my heart stopped.
I was just going to ask you that, because I work as a day job. I work as a nurse, and I was going to say, what would cause that? Because you look still in tremendous shape.
Yes, being honest, like I thought I was the healthiest person, because I'm a six-pack, I'm in shape, you know what I'm saying? I don't let myself go overweight, this and that.
Is it hereditary? Is there heart problems in the family?
No, sir, not at all. And looked like the signs was there, like because I didn't know, because I never had a heart attack. I never see people had a heart attack and complain about that. But I think the sign was there because I was getting ready for a big fight, man. I was getting ready to fight for the number 2 spot, to fight Ricardo Nunes. Then the winner was gonna fight Tank Davis. And I was working hard, man. I was putting the work in, and then then I was complaining, my shoulders hurting. Then I was I was agitated at the same time. Then I was tired. Then it was one time I was driving. Then me and my wife was going out of town. Then my wife said, "Do you want me to drive?" She said, "You look tired," because you know what I'm saying. Because I'm looking at, man, I'm driving all the way to St. Pete back home, and all that kind of good stuff. So I said, "Well, could be that." But through that whole week, the sign was there, man. But for me, I thought it just. You know what I'm saying? I'm working hard. I'm getting ready for this big fight.
Yeah.
And the day the heart attack happened, my wife told me that I told her that I'm not feeling too well. Normally, like if I don't feel good, I usually stay home. Like, you know what, I'm gonna skip this day, and then I'm staying in bed. But for some reason, I went to the gym. Because it was my last workout. It was my last day of my workout. Then the next week we was going to leave. So I did like a 15-minute workout just to burn the sweat. But after when I did my little 15-minute workout, and so the only thing I knew, I was in the hospital. That's all I knew.
Yeah, happens fast.
Yeah. So
go
ahead. So they said I think the difference of a heart attack, but I had an AFib.
Yes, very familiar with it. Yeah.
So I had an AFib with
a lot of people with it.
Yeah, so we're just
pretty common.
Yeah, so that's what happened, man. And till this day now, they had to put a defibrillator in, pacemaker, and in case it happened again. So that's go ahead.
So being that you're from the islands, what's the go-to like Caribbean dish, food?
Man, you know what? Like since I left from there since I was 11, man. All of the dishes great. I don't know if you ever taste conch salad.
No. Conch salad.
Conch salad. Oh man, that right there is it's like in a shell. Like you eat it raw. You know what I'm saying? They put the onions and all that kind of stuff, bell peppers and all that kind of stuff, man. It's great.
You better Google that, Benjis. You better Google that and whip some of that up.
Whenever y'all go to the islands, get some conch salad.
Okay.
I would love it, man.
Okay. Fair enough. And now, back in your fighting days, were there any fights that you really wanted that didn't come to fruition? Like was there that one fight that seemed to elude you that you wanted?
Yeah, being honest, like when I started my career, right? Like if y'all see my career, like when I first started in the beginning, man, my career, my record was like shaky, man. It was all messed up, all jacked up. When I was with my first trainer, you know what I'm saying, we was taking like crazy fights, and so I signed what they promoted. Then when I signed with that promoter, my record was 5-2-2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was 5-2-2. And when I signed with them, so they got my record like 14 straight win.
Yeah.
14 straight win. Then so that one loss, so I found that 14 win streak stopped when I fought Ricky Keelis. It was a close fight. I was like, man, you know what? I should have won that fight, but the referee took a point off, and it was a split. So it was like, oh man, come on, man. So but through my career, like with the promoter that I was with, and we had our eyes on David Diaz because we was in the same weight class.
I remember him, sure.
Yeah, David Diaz. Matter of fact, me and him got inducted in the Hall of Fame together a couple weeks back. So it was like some other fighters that I was on because I was a 135 pounder.
Yeah.
And so, but it never worked out. But I don't know because I was with a small promoter, whatever. But I was on some big name fighters, but it never came to fruition. You know what I'm saying? But have I fought a big name fighter? Yeah, but it was in the wrong weight class when I fought Timothy Bradley, when I fought Paulie Manaji. We went up in weight. I'm like, come on, man. So that's what I didn't understand. It's like they had they had a big name people at 135 pounds at that time when I was fighting 135. They had bigger names there. So why I'm fighting bigger names at 140 pounds? So
Well,
I
it's a
think
shame, man. You couldn't get rid of Tim Bradley for us.
Yeah. You know,
Hey, I didn't say that. Wait a minute. I just don't agree. I just don't always agree with the biased commentating. That's all I'm saying. You know, he's a little tough to listen to sometimes on the commentary. But
yes, sir. You know, at the same time, after when you take a fight, he's like, man, I just shouldn't take that fight, man, because remember, I was his first defense of his title when he beat Junior Witter for his first title. I think.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was the first defense of his title. So I guess in my mind was they were trying to find somebody to make his first defense, and so they got me as, you know what I'm saying, I was moving up. You know what I'm saying? I have a little popping, so they know they could, like, you know, you can hang in there, but because you'll be the bigger guy. So I was a smaller guy in that fight anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially when I fought Paulie Malignaggi. I was his comeback fight after he fought Cotto when Cotto brutally beat him. So
yeah, you got that nasty cut. Oof.
Yeah. And so that's like, man, I shouldn't even fight these fights, because it's like these fights they calling me, calling my coach, whatever. They should make that decision. But for me, I don't duck anybody, man. Since I've been fighting for them 18 years, every fighter they brought to me, I said yes. You accepted. I never ask questions. I never say how many fights, who he is. Let me check on. I said, yeah, come on, that was me. That was me. So
that old school mentality. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I make a name for myself, man. I start from scratch. I wasn't the person that went to the national, this and that, being seen by people and all that kind of good stuff. And I had to start from scratch. I had to fight anybody they put in front of me. So that's how I got in the rankings, this and that, able to fight for a title. That's
clawing and scratching. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So before we start wrapping up and stuff, one question we like to end the show with is 4 guys, the Mount Rushmore of boxers for EDNER. Who's your big 4?
Well, this is strictly opinion. This is your Mount Rushmore.
You know, bang, it's I don't know.
That's a tough one. That's why we save it for the end, EDNER.
Yeah,
that's our cherry bomb.
Yeah, it's you know, man. You know what? I like that one kid. Man, I forgot his name. He fought Canelo. He's young, but he gave Canelo a fight. So I know he will become champion.
Yep.
I forgot his name.
These are your all-time greats. These are your all-time, even historical fighters, historical.
Yeah, him. And then Joe, I said, like, you know what I'm saying, I look up to Evander Holyfield. That's what made me work hard.
He belongs on there. He belongs on there. He did incredible things. A small heavyweight in his era. Yeah.
And man, Sugar Ray Leonard, man, he's
got to be.
But you know what? Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler, these guys, when you look at these guys back then, these fighters, they fought anybody. But now when you put these fighters, this generation, it's like, how many fights you got? Nah, I don't want to fight them. You undefeated? Nah, I don't want to. You hit hard.
I know.
It's like boxing is not like how it used to. You know what I'm saying? It's not how it used to, man. Like, so now people fighting, arguing this and that. Hey, I don't want to fight. Hey, I want to fight you. Just like I was listening to Shakur story, like that he had retired because they want to give him an opportunity, man.
There was just a lot of talking on social media, but not a lot of follow through. Yeah.
So, and
all right, Cherry Bomb. So far, we got Holyfield and Sugar Ray. We're not letting you off the hook that easy. How about Muhammad Ali? Does Muhammad Ali belong?
Oh yeah. You know what? That's my favorite one, because man, Ali was the man.
Yeah. In and out of the ring.
Yeah. But I think it's Joe Robinson. It's like these guys really make boxing, man. It's like when you look at these guys, like, man, these the true warriors, these the true fighters.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
These the true fighters, man. And you know what? Like if I had to pick one more, like I'm saying, instead of four, I'm saying I'll say Gaddy, Arturo Gaddy, man.
I love that pick.
Man, that dude, since he never won a title, man, he put it. Every fight, man, he put a show on, man.
Left everything in there.
Yeah,
left everything in there.
Everything in there, man. And it's,
you're not gonna get any objection from me, man. He's one of my all-time favorites too, man.
And I love him.
Yeah, listen, EDNER, I'm glad you did this on short notice. I know we were scheduled for 7, man. We appreciate having you on so much, man. Do me a favor, please stay in touch, man. You're a great guest. We'd love to have you back on.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you very much for the opportunity today, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're doing good and you look fantastic, man. I'm glad your health is good, man. And, God bless, man. Stay in touch. And like I said, we're going to do this again for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Just hit me up. You have my number.
I got your number, yep.
And just hit me up, man. And
I appreciate you so much, champ. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir. Then
all right, talk to you soon, EDNER. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You take care, man.
Yes, sir. You too. Bye. Right. And once again, here we are bringing you yet another kick-ass episode. That was, of course, the great EDNER Cherry Bomb Cherry, 37-7-2, which is remarkable when he goes back and tells you his history that he was 5-2-2, and to end up where he was, man, is absolutely incredible, man. Came over from the Bahamas on a boat. Just the whole story. He's really, really just incredible, man. A class act, a class guy. In and out of the ring, man. And so great to hear that he's doing good, man. I had read some stuff on the internet about him having his heart attack and his heart issues, man. So glad that he's doing good, man. So happy for him that, that he's rallied back, man. He looks fantastic. He sounds fantastic, man. Couldn't be happier for him. Couldn't be happier to have him on as a guest, man. A fantastic guest. So certainly appreciate him coming on Off the Couch Boxing. Please remember, folks, make sure you like and follow us on Facebook. We are always on there. We're very active, putting up posts about everything that's currently happening in the sport, our opinions, analysis, this and that, alerting you on upcoming episodes. So stay tapped in with us there. And, of course, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell on this channel. If you haven't tapped in yet, you are surely missing the greatest boxing conversations. This is where everybody comes to chop it up. This is the place, man, right here. So stay tapped in, man. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I ran that by you already. Tap into Facebook with us, man. We'd love to hear from the fans, man. We'd like to hear what you're into, what you're not into, man. Like I said, we're always putting up analysis, opinions, updates on upcoming fights, on upcoming episodes. Very active on there, and letting you know like what's coming up or who's been currently put up on the channel as a guest. And big shout outs. As I said, so great to see EDNER Cherry Bomb Cherry doing so good, man. God bless him, man. Back from a heart attack, man. Looks fantastic. Looks like he could go 12 right now.
Absolutely.
Shredded up, man. Just a great guest, man. What a story, man. Coming over, from the Bahamas on a boat. Starting his boxing career, as I said, at 5-2-2 and ending up where he ended up at 37-7 and fighting world title fights, man. And, fighting against world-class competition, man. I mean, he's a true success story coming to this country. As he said, the land of opportunity, he made the most of it, man. Hats off to him, man.
Yeah, my phone got too hot. It kicked me out of the thing.
You don't even got to say that, dude. I just keep talking, dude, like when I fucking see you go, man. I don't even think the fans aren't going to know, man, because they can only see who's talking.
Yeah, my phone was overheating.
Yeah. So he did hem and haw a little bit, and I had to help him out with the Mount Rushmore question. He was trying to be diplomatic, dude, so I had to feed him a Muhammad Ali, man. But he went halfway, Mount Rushmore, dude. He gave us what did he give? He gave us Sugar Ray Leonard, and he gave us Holyfield.
Yeah.
And another hats off to the Gaddy pick. I do love that, man, because Gaddy was a guy that, you might not say that's the best style or the best way to attack a fight, man, but God damn it, man, that dude gave us fucking action, man, like nobody else, man.
I think who he was initially talking about was Jaime Munguia.
Is that who he was talking about, you think? Yeah, the guy, yeah. Oh, yeah, because he was talking about a young guy that just fought Canelo, man. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else who really held their own against Canelo in recent times, except for Bivol, man. But that was Canelo moving out of his weight class, though. So I mean,
Right.
But 37-7-2, 19 knockouts, man. And as you said, man, fought Tim Bradley, fought Paulie Malignaggi, names on the resume, man. Fought at a world-class level, man. Fought for world championships, man. And the most important thing is health is always paramount. It's good to see him doing well, sounding well, man. And so glad that he bounced back from his heart issues, man. We wish him, nothing but the best. And we will see EDNER Cherry on here again because he's my type of guest, man. Give him a question and let him run with it, man. You know, that's who you guys really want to hear from, man. The fighters.
And with that being said, shout out Gary Busey because I can go 15 seconds with anything.
And make sure you stay tapped in, man. And if you want to be a champion, remember, you got to roll with the champs.